and we thank all the members of this steering committee for the hard work that they put in making the first edition the success that it was last year. The clarion call then and now is challenging the heights. Last edition we raised over 25 million in cash and kind and had over 3,000 participants. The patron of the run is His Excellency Governor Kiraitu Murungi, and the local organizing committee wishes to thank him for his personal, tireless support to make the Mount Kenya Run a success. The long-term objectives of the Mount Kenya Mountain Running Championships remain: 1, cancer prevention awareness and increasing treatment facilities. A lot has been done in this area, and we will be inviting the people in these areas to tell you what we have done since the first edition to achieve our first objective. The second objective is environmental conservation awareness and mitigation. You're all aware of the climate change and what is happening on our beloved Mount Kenya. So environmental conservation, a lot has also been done in this, and I know that it will. The objective was opening up Mount Kenya to tourists and increasing the tourism offering in Kenya. As we all know, Kenya is about safari and beach, but we wanted to bring this new offering on the table of tourism, running, climbing, or even just dining out there in the cold. It's beautiful for those of you who've been there. And the last one is encourage running and other sports for a better lifestyle for the people of our country and for people of our county. They say prevention is better than cure. We need healthy people as opposed to treating sick people. All of the above are works in progress, and that's why we talk of long-term objectives. Our request is that you continue walking this journey that we started together as we welcome others to join us and help us achieve these noble objectives. Thanking you all and praying that the rains fall softly on your lands. Thank you, and God bless you all. I would now like to invite Mr. Joseph Kinyua, who is my co-chair, to come and give us remarks and also to give us the objectives of today's breakfast meeting. Mr. Kinyua, karibu.
His Excellency the Governor of Meru, Mheshimiwa Kiraitu Murungi, Our Excellency the First Lady of Meru, Mrs. Priscilla Murungi, His Excellency the Deputy Governor, Mr. Douglas Ntuchio, our special guest, Honorable Peter Kenneth, Honorable the Vice Chancellor of Kenya Methodist University, Mrs. Mary Kimunya, OPS, the Ministry of Public Service, Dr. Mweti, the Chairman of DEBRA, all other guests present, and all participants, all stakeholders in this event. Good morning. Now, before I say anything, I want to add my voice to the co-chair in welcoming all of you present and thanking you for coming. In spite of the rather short notice, I really appreciate that as many of you have been able to come. And secondly, I want to thank the co-chair, for her very comprehensive overview of the mountain running in Meru, the objectives, the general objectives, and the targets that we want to achieve in this particular project. Because a very comprehensive exercise, I think we have about that. Now, mine is to communicate to you the specific objectives of this sitting, of this launch, are summarized in your letter of invitation. I think the letter of invitation is very clear about why we have called you and what we want to achieve. Number one, what we want to achieve by this launch is to announce loud and clear that the second edition of the championships on Saturday, 26th of February 2022, at the Kenya School of Adventure and Leadership is securely on course. Nothing has changed. Monday, 26th of February, I want to make it, announce it on and clear that the event is on, and every preparation is being done towards achieving that objective. And then number two, we want to give you a brief of the technical and logistical parameters of the 2022 event. We believe you don't go into anything without knowing what it is, what kind of animal it is. So Mr. Peter Ngwenyi and Douglas Wakuri will give you a few highlights about the logistics, about the technical aspects of the route, the route itself, which has been measured and is in the process of being cleared. They will take a few minutes to take you through some of the logistics connected with the large event of the 26th of February. And then finally, we want to make an appeal to all of you to support this second edition of the race, and that will be done by none other than the government itself. Want and appeal for participation, partnership, and financial support from all of you. That will be done towards the end by none other than the governor. Before these people whom I have mentioned perform these roles, I think it will be unfair for us not to appreciate what happened in 2020, because we had a very successful race. And there were people who worked hard by way of sponsorship, by way of partnership, and some of us worked a little harder than others. Even in our championship, there are always those who are given medals, who silver and bronze, even as far as that event was concerned. There were some people who conspicuously gave more support than others, and deserve to be appreciated by giving them a token of appreciation. So we will carry out that exercise. Before anything else, we want to appreciate the people who really gave us a lot of support in 2020, because you all know the story of the 9 lepers who are healed by Jesus, and they went to celebrate instead of going back to say thank you. All of us always try to be that one leper who came back to say thank you. So before anything else, before we touch on 2022, we want to appreciate those who gave the 2020 edition a lot of the support. So I will call upon the Felicity Lady and Maggie Tonda to handle that session, please. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning again. Good morning. Sport is supposed to be a very energetic sport, isn't it? And we look very, I wanted us to have more energy, right? Good morning.
Good morning.
Your Excellency, our Governor, Honorable Kireti Murungi, our peers, Madam Kimonye, our First Lady, Priscilla Murungi, Honorable Peter Kennedy, and all other guests. I've been given the honor to recognize the sponsors who made the 2020 Mountain Man become what it is. We are standing as a committee on the shoulders of our corporates, of our individual sponsors, of our entrepreneurs, and each one of us that was able to put money on the table. Truly, for those who have watched the video, and I will request that probably we could have some clips thereafter, you can see there was a lot of branding works. There was a lot of clearing of the course. It was the very first ever mountain run in Kenya. As such, there was no known cause. And through the county government, the KWS, the KFS, they managed to create a route in the mountain. And through the technical committee from the Athletics Kenya, led by our very own Wakiori, we had a great run, right? But it all required a lot of resources, organizing the events, putting the teams together. For sure, you know, we charge, yes, a fee for registration, but it is not enough. It's not even enough to buy the kit. It isn't enough to even buy the t-shirt and the numbers and the printing ones. So we stood for the logistics on the shoulders of our sponsors. And today we want to start by recognizing the 2020 sponsors. I'm waiting for His Excellency to come back to the table so that we can start. So bear with me a little bit more as we continue to acknowledge and appreciate. For us to be able to put a marathon within 3 months, because the concept was put in October and we were running in February, we had a team that crisscrossed around town, speaking to sponsors and partners. And I would want to recognize that the whole committee was involved. And in a special way, I would request Pauline, Pauline, where are you? She was our able secretary to coordinate all the meetings, and so she will also be helping us to hand over the trophies. Again, I say I'm waiting for His Excellency, so we will hold the MC to take over Kidogo.
Great to fill up the gap, but we want to appreciate the foreign partners. Thank you, Maggie. Maggie, I do have a copy of that. We don't do this overall, and we want to appreciate the foreign people who are very supportive. They are with us here, others are going to apologize, but we do this job, we do it together. Number one, we have Kenya. Let's appreciate Mafadhali. So Kenya were lead partners last time, and we appreciate them again. Thank you so much, Chairman. We talked about Nation Media Group, we released them at Italia. We have Great Bank. Let's appreciate them for that. We have Angelica Surprise. Let's appreciate them. We support. We have East African Breweries. Other than making a drink, they do support the government and the cancer fighting. Let's appreciate them for that. You know that Jesus made the wine, so they are working with the same spirit. Kenya Tourism Board, can we appreciate them for that? World TV, can we appreciate them for that? Bank of Africa, can we appreciate them for that? Vivo Energy, can we appreciate them for that? And then we have people who are coming big time this year. Competition Authority of Kenya is appreciated. And then we have Humphrey and advocates. We presented by Andy Omoni. Andy, please, we start to appreciate you for that. We have Capcom group, represented by Pano, Kami Prashidi Mafadani. We have Agi Gogo, who is presenting Chikwa and Chikwa Fitness Center. Kami Prashidi Mafadani. And I believe as we wait for His Excellency the Governor, join us, we can be listening on his behalf. And we appreciate the presence of the Kenyan government, represented by PS Madam Mary Kimoni. Let's appreciate that. Don't tell you many, without the Kenyan government, mountain run will not happen. Because you take care of the mountain, you take care of the people, what we are doing in council is just an extension of what the Kenyan government is doing, and you take care of our security among many other things, and being there in the public service, we cannot overdo this one. I suggest, because you are in a hurry, that you have been to your comments, and then the governor will be told by the deputy governor what you have said. Otherwise, let's go to you for it.
You can start.
You can start.
Yes.
Can you appreciate Madam Mary as she comes up? Let's give a copy of Zuzi at Kenya. Moja. B. Start. Mary. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sami, and all the people who have spoken before me. How do I start? And the governor is not here. Anyway, you will give him the message. But I stand here on the behalf of my ministry and my cabinet secretary, who I believe would have been here. And also I've been told to stand on behalf of the national government, which by the grace of God, I happen to be serving. So Your Excellency, the Governor of the great county of Meru, and the First Lady, the Deputy Governor, our special guest today, Honorable Peter Kenneth, the Chair of the committee running this mountain run, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the Fourth Estate, God is good, and all the time, God is good. And that is why we are here today in this beautiful country of Kenya. Now, as you walk through the journey of life, you meet men and women who along the way, in one way or another, help you to carry the lot that has been allotted to you by destiny. And these men and women, you either develop a very deep love for them, a liking, appreciation, or probably resentment, I don't know. So among the list of the men and women I have met along the way are many people in this room, but today just allow me to just isolate my governor, Honorable Kiraitu Murungi, for being one of the men on my list. And that is why today I was on my way to the Nairobi hospital. I'm not feeling very well, but I asked the illness to just give me a few minutes out of the deep respect and admiration that I have for Governor Kiraitu to just answer to his letter. The letter came to my office while I was on duty in Mombasa. It was sent to me on WhatsApp. And I said, by the grace of God, I will be here. One is because I am proud of my county. And I am proud because when the governor became governor, I was one of the first people you reached out to. Remember, before then, we had worked together while I was the CEO of Brad Kenya. And he said, charity begins at home. So he gave me a chance to go and speak to the employees and this team in the county. And just the question I would ask, like for Kenya, because branding is about your identity, is about your image. Identity is what you believe you stand for, whom you think you are. Image is how you have projected yourself to the world, how the world knows you, the perception they have about you. I said, Meru people have a good identity. What about the image? And I told him we'll do a small experiment. And we asked people, when the name Meru County is mentioned, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Let's be honest, what is it? Mira, even yourselves, you are saying Mira. So we agreed. And he said that is the image we want to work on. So I'm very proud that our governor, among other things of rebranding Meru County, he did amazing things. If I recall correctly, this was the first county to come with a replica of the National Youth Service, the Meru County Youth Service. Isn't that correct? This was also the county that mapped its development parallel and along the national government development agenda. And that is how we came here to have the Mountain Run, which is responding very well to the agenda of His Excellency the President on universal health care. And that is how we ended up with a Meru County Investment and Development Corporation, the first one among the counties, which is also, again, mimicking our national agenda. Because you can't develop a county out of the national program, because the county belongs to the country. So, Honorable Governor, we are proud of the work that you're doing. Proud of the work that you're doing to alleviate cancer and other illnesses, to conserve the environment, to bring tourism to our county, and also to allow our people to have a different taste. From the statistics that we have, I think when I was branding Kenya, I was really proud of this county. Unknown to you people, the way London is the financial center of the world, Meru is the financial, besides Nairobi, of Kenya. Because in 2010, among all the headquarters, you could call them then, they used to be municipalities. I think around 2010, we had a total of 21 banks in Meru. I don't know how many they are now, 21. I don't know whether, Governor, these statistics are being kept. If that is not a financial center, then I don't know what a financial center means. I'm just giving another way of branding our county. So thank you very much. So for the Mountain Run, your governor, you have my support. I'm very happy to hear that the champions of the 2020 edition have gone on to become international champions, winning gold in Spain. I think congratulations. And that is something we need to be proud of. So from now, the Ministry of Public Service, Gender, Senior Citizens, and Special Programs is a big one. This run, the Mountain Run, sits very well with all the objectives of our ministry, whether it is youth, whether it is gender, whether it is special programs. And therefore, we'll be happy, Honorable Governor, to partner with you and to support you for the 2022 edition. So for all the organizers and everyone who is in this room, asanteni sana, just to invite you to be proud of your counties and our country. We live in a beautiful country. We have an excellent leader in the person of His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, with amazing commitments for the welfare of our people. And I'm happy, Honorable Governor, you are supporting that agenda. So thank you very much. May God bless you. Have a good day. I regret that I will not be here to listen to the speech of the governor, but I will get the message. Thank you, continue, Governor, of putting together all these people, amazing networks that you have put together, just in your usual characteristics of bringing people together. I wish you well. God bless you.
Rashida, great lady of Mary, and a great lady of this republic, Mrs. Mary Kibonyi. Makofi badali. And then we can assure you are going to do well so that you can serve Catholic Nick. Thank you so very much. At this juncture, I would like to invite Mrs. Margaret Gitonga to continue the presentations. And meanwhile, please register with the registration desk for the run. And if you are lost a phone at the registration desk, please see me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, MC. His Excellency, we now are recognizing the sponsors, and in the interest of our peers having excused herself, I would request her to award for us the first group of our sponsors, and before she excuses herself. So we are going to start with Mount Kenya University. Madam PS, please come and award for us the trophy and just appreciation plaque for your office. No, here for. Yeah. Mount Kenya University gave us a lot of sponsors. They brought us students to run. They also gave us ambulance that was used during the medical care for our runners. Thank you so much. You do 3. Karen Hospital. Madam Beatrice, on behalf of the CEO and the chair lady, Dr. Gikonyo. They also gave us all the medical care. They gave us an ambulance, they gave us bunny, and they gave us doctors and nurses and therapists to make sure that our runners and participants were well taken care of. County Focus. They gave us all the advertisement and free media coverage in Meru to make sure that we have representatives from Meru County and the neighboring counties. Thank you so much, Madam PS. The next ones, we are going to ask the First Lady. The First Lady, in her capacity from Mountainland, is the champion of the cancer agenda, and she sits in the committee as well to guide us and to hold our hands. So we always call her the mother of the marathon. We are going to recognize the China Global Television Network. China Global Television Network. They gave us a lot of support, especially giving us free shooting of the media coverage for the mountain. You see, to get those photos we are seeing in the mountain, they really gave us a lot of that support, and they were present and they learned. Thank you very much. Sports Kenya. Sports Kenya? Oh, yes. Represented by our chairman of the Mountain Marathon, Mr. Ngwenyi. Sports Kenya gives us a lot of counsel. Thank you, First Lady. I'm going to request the BC, KEM University to come up and help us around. WinLab, they are boosting our energy provision in Meru and across the country. Mount Kenya University. Mount Kenya, His Excellency Peter Kenneth, please come and help us around starting with Mount Kenya University itself. Mount Kenya University. No, he was giving. Now they are receiving. Oh, okay. Please bring the award. I will ask our CS to receive on their behalf. Please come and receive for them. Yes. Come and receive the award so that you also make sure it's delivered to them. Even. Oh. So, excuse me? Oh, you already received? You received the one for, come again. Actually, come again and receive yours. You received the one for Kenya Methodist University. No, it's okay. Come and receive yours. I know. I know. Oh, thank you. I called Kenya Methodist University. Now this is your award. It's okay. Bring theirs. Bring their award. I apologize for that. The first group that was called was Kenya Methodist. Then they came up. Deborah Limited. The award from Deborah Limited, represented by Dr. Sandra Mweti, the group chairman. Thank you, Honorable Peter. I'll ask the Deputy County Governor, Titus Tosio, to come and help us award the next group of awards. Cooperative Bank. Cooperative Bank. Hi. Those are my former colleagues in the industry. That's why you can see we are smiling at one another. Remove your mask for the photo. And I will join you on this photo. As a friend. Yeah. Cooperative Bank gave us 2 million. They did not bring. They were among the very first to believe in the agenda of the marathon. Nation Media Group,
Nation Media Group. Nation Media Group gave us what we cannot even quantify. My friend, please, we cannot be able to quantify in terms of the value of the media coverage is in terms of millions. You saw us in the TV, you saw us in the Prime News, you saw us, you didn't get a photo with me. You start, you take a photo together. I want to make sure that this time they will give us more and more. You saw us in the newspapers, in the Prime News, 1 o'clock sports, in all evening sports news. Thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate. Their CEO sends his apology and is ably represented. Thank you, DG. His Excellency, Governor, we kindly request you to award for us the next 2 awards. KCB Group. KCB Group was also the very first, among other corporates, to give us 2 million within a short notice of 1 week. I'm sure now they'll double the check because they have seen we delivered what we promised. We delivered what we promised. And they asked us to, please stay there a little bit longer. They asked us to ensure that we have enough crowd. And they asked, we promised we will do 2,000 participants. We did 3,000. Please give them a clap. So our message to the CEO, my friend, and I say this because I worked in KCB for 20 years. Our regards to your organization, and please give us double the check. Thank you so much. You've gotten more airtime, so you double the check. Thank you so much. The next and the last award is not a sponsorship award, but it's an award that, and I will have His Excellency make a comment on this award. It's an award for the senior citizen who ran the 12-kilometer marathon and completed. Please give applause to architect James Kimathi. So Kimathi is going to get his medal. I am not authorized to disclose his age, but maybe we can give him a moment to tell us the experience in the mountain. Thank you. His Excellency.
Thank you so much. So can we give a big hand to Architect James Kimathi? I was actually very challenged by James because James is slightly older than me. But yes, we are men, so we can disclose our age.
I'll be that year. I'll be 76 that year, January.
Yeah, at the end of this month, James will be 76 years old. I was there with my friend, Governor Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o from Kisumu. We did our analysis and made a logical decision that we do the 2 kilometers. which you call keep the doctor away. And I didn't know the 2 kilometers are that long. But we also completed. So when this man came and said he did the 12 kilometers, I did not even tell him I did the 2. So you really challenged us, and I'm happy there are younger people in this room today. Please register for the 12 kilometers. I'll consult with my wife and see how many kilometers I'm going to run this time around. So let's welcome James to say a word or two to the team here. James, please.
Your Excellency the Governor of Meru, Your Excellency the Priscilla Murungi, all protocols observed. My home is 5 kilometers from the forest, so I know a lot about the forest. But I did not know anything about the moorland, that is the land between the forest and the mountain. And that was my interest. So when I came running, I was looking for the moorland to be able to see it, to be able to go around it, and to be able to come back. By God's grace, I moved around. By the time I arrived, His Excellency the Governor had already finished his function. And I told him, actually, I completed my function. And he was very surprised. I'm many years older than him, and therefore I want to encourage him. Next time we go to running, we run more. I'm going to teach him something, how to run. So, Your Excellency, I really appreciate your gift. I appreciate that you have called me here. I'm an architect by profession. I'm still in private practice. And if you need me to do something for you, I will do it very well. Thank you very much.
Architect Kimathi, stay longer. Architect Kimathi, stay longer. Architect Kimathi was taken care of by the medical team, including doctors, lecturers, and students from Kemu Methodist University. And at this juncture, I call Kemu to come and receive the award from Kimathi in the presence of the governor. Kemu University? Come. Come near the banner.
Principal of Nairobi campus. We have Susan Makenda, the principal, Kemu, Nairobi campus. The Vice Chancellor of Kemu, tumpigie makofi.
Josephine?
Yes. Josephine, the administrator also, Nairobi campus. Asanteni sana.
His Excellency Governor, stay a little longer. I'm going to call the chairman to come and award the title sponsor, Kevian Limited. Kevian gave us a cash sponsorship of 10 million. Through their sister company, they made us the vendors. They gave us all the water, and they gave us all the juices that you drank that day. Chairman, because they are absent today due to travel arrangement by the CEO and the chairman, we are asking our chair to present to the governor the award on their behalf, and you deliver it to their office. Thank you.
So, I'll personally deliver it to Mr. Kimani Rugendo, Chairman Okevia.
Thank you, His Excellency. Thank you so much. We take cognizance that there are many more who gave us other kind of sponsorships, but the most of the sponsorship you gave us was your presence and your participation in running the marathon. Thank you, and God bless you. I look forward to all the sponsors committing. My request to the sponsors is that the marathon is growing by value, by attendance, by your brand exposure. So kindly reserve your slots. Don't let the new sponsors come in and take over. Double the check. Thank you.
Let's appreciate Margaret for her excellent job. Now, come for Margaret. I'm also told, for those who might know, the most valuable gift to give them, God has given you life. So that you can go to the mountain and begin my coffee for that, for you to forward. Then also, Serena, I've been so impressed by you, and they are saying, anybody, listen carefully, wait for Mountain Run 2022. Will be given special discounted rates at the Sweet Waters. So what you need to say is, I'm going to Sweet Waters, but I'm going for the purpose of the Mountain Run. Maybe the one going there the other time you can negotiate, but for now you are guaranteed, if you are going to Sweet Waters, the support of Mountain Run, you are going to get special rates. I'll talk about that. Now, let us hear the technical bit from Peter Kweni, so to prepare to run and compete with Kimani. Shadrach Montiousby, Your Excellency, we need to be given senior citizens award with Kimani next time. Peter, have you got a copy of that?
Your Excellency, the Governor of the great County of Meru, I want to start, first of all, by entertaining you. I'm the chairman of Mountain Running in Kenya, representing this country. We are partnered with Austria, a partner of ours who is helping us in developing this. And Meru County was the first to start mountain running in this country. Your Excellency, I would like you to give me some more time because I will be more of entertaining you because you are somehow tired this morning. And I would start by requesting that the creep of 2020 run for 30 seconds. I want all of you to look at so that you see what you are doing. So can you please do it for them to see? So you can entertain yourselves. I know you are tired. See how people are running and we are jogging. I call upon my team, Mr. Kimeto, Mr. Wakiuri, Dennis, Okeo,
Mr. Mwangi, Mr. Thomas Kretsch. I want them to parade here for His Excellency to know. I'm just going to do an introduction. Gekuni, Geoffrey Githuku, others can sit from the other side here. Mr. Kinyua, kindly, just requesting you, I know you're very busy, but I want to introduce how we are coordinating with the digital. Come to the other side. Your Excellency, I will be very fast. I will start with the venue owner, Mr. Mwangi, the one who has given us the area where we will be. Mr. Mwangi, you can salute. You know you will be brought later to say what. Huyu ndio mkubwa wa ile shule ambayo tutaenda, and that is what he did in 2020, and they have already marked the route. He was in the route for the last 3 days. You will be seeing it. You're welcome. You can go back. I'm now introducing to you Geoffrey Gekoni. Geoffrey Gekoni started running mountain running in 2009. This is a great runner for Kenya. He has won medals for Kenya, and he's one of the founders of Rongonot Run Together Mountain Camp. Geoffrey. I will come to Dennis. Dennis Okeyo is a member of Mountain Running Athletics Kenya Committee. We are together, and he's in charge of the media department together with Chris Mbaisi, who have teamed up with Mr. Arias Makori of Nation to produce a document, and that they have made history also. Mountain running in Meru, Your Excellency, you have made history in documenting a mountain run document that people will be carrying around. Thank you very much. I would go the far end. You are going to see what they did, and this is the young man that we have trained with the assistance of our Australian partner, Geoffrey Githuku, the man behind the team together with his chairman here in marking the route. Geoffrey is also a runner and is based in Austria. Geoffrey. I'm now next to the great man, Douglas Wakihuri. I will start with the biggest title, 1987 World Athletics Championship, Marathon Champion. Wakihuri nikisema hivyo nasema namna hii. That's how you are winning, like this. He's the chairman of the technical committee in charge of the route logistics. He would stay here. Can you please? They would be projecting the route when I come back. This is a great man. He's the chairman of that section of the logistics, and the route is everything. He's also a member of the Meru Sports Council. And we're happy to say that latest he was honored with the OGW by His Excellency in December. So, pigie makofi. We have agreed with him that it will be only me speaking today due to time factor, and he's very happy. Thank you very much. Next to me is John Kimeto. John Kimeto is Athletics Kenya chairman of GOMET. He's the secretary of Mountain Running Subcommittee of Athletics Kenya. He's also a member of the National Executive Committee of Athletics Kenya, National Office. That's why he's seated next to his boss, the Senior Vice President, Mr. Paul Mutui there. In this position, he's a member of the committee. He was introduced earlier, and he will be the coordinator of the event, all logistics, running numbers, the registration format, that is the bay bill. Everything to connect to ensure that the race takes off. Your Excellency, now with this team here, once we start off as from today, we would be there and you would be impressed. Mr. John Kimeto. That is the man who will be linking us with the race. Recently, did a great one in Nakuru City when they were launching it. Now, I've remained with my developing partner, who are given an appointment letter by Athletics Kenya, to co-partner me and him to ensure that the athletics mountain running in Kenya is developed. And we were happy that Your Excellency, you received us. You are the first one to do a mountain run championship in this country. And he was monitoring it all the way from Austria. When I told him that you have come again back after the COVID problems in 2021, he told me he would come, he would fly in. He flew in and he said he would attend, and we want to thank you that you stretched a hand of invitation on arrival. Thomas Kretsch has been athletes representative, the agent of athletes who run in Kenya and make their living, their career since 2011. Himself is a professional mountain runner. And then after retiring, he now became an expert of mountain running. Meru 2022 is very lucky that we have this man here, that he will satisfy this route. He will be talking about us in Europe. Your Excellency, in fact, now this is now, when he said he's flying in, he arrived and he said, I'm in. This morning by 6:30 they were here. This is actually the manager of Purity Gachuchu Gitonga, who won the race and they took the 500,000. And we want to thank you for that. So Thomas Kretsch comes from Austria. I would just want him to say Jambo only, and maybe as a word, then he was. He started the training camp in 2011 here and established as a chairman of Longonot Run Together Mountain Running Camp. Thomas.
Asante. Habari asubuhi. It's a great honor for me to be invited to this event launching the second edition of the Mountain Run. I think everybody is aware that Kenya has an incredible high number of talented athletes on the road, on the track, and in all different disciplines, now also in the mountains. But thanks to the governor of Meru, now by organizing competitions in mountain running, the world will see that Kenya also has very beautiful places and very attractive places to organize such competitions. And it was the first competition, and thanks to the support of Meru governor, this competition took place 2 years ago. Now it's the second time. And I am sure that more competitions will follow, and this will attract many people from outside Kenya to come here, to run here, to spend their holidays, to train in the nice areas where the competitions will take place. And yes, I'm ready to assist Mr. Angweni and Athletics Kenya in organizing, but also developing athletes to perform as well as some of our athletes did since 2009, 2010. So thanks a lot, and I wish the organizers all the best for the second edition, and I'm looking forward to be there as well. Thanks a lot.
Certainly, I would kindly request that we project the history of mountain running in Kenya. We'll not be elaborating on it, but you can be able to see where Kenya's come from the year 2009. Look at the Geoffrey Gekoni, the one I introduced here. That's what they did. It came look at that mountain, Austria mountain, bearing in mind that it was one of the greatest races. 2010, mountain running, established at Kiambogo, and that's what we did. And then a young man from down in my place in Kisii winning a very strong race in 2022. We are growing up. Geoffrey Gekoni comes up and winning a famous race, mountain run in the world. Then we had, in 2017, you look at that, Lucy Mwirigi becomes Kenya's first woman to win a World Mountain Championships. She reclaimed the title again in 2018, she's the defending champion, winning from very tough people. And then 2020, the first mountain running championships organized in Meru County, and that is now, we are now moving to Meru 2022. Before we move to Meru 2022, kindly move up to World Mountain Running 2021, last year. Despite the fact that we did not have much of it, our Kenyan athletes, if you look at the men, it's a World Cup. This World Cup, they score points, Your Excellency, out of the experience we get from these races we organize in Kenya, and you can see how our great runners have done. This year, we have our runner from your area. Look at the World Championship with the women, the Gitonga and Ncheru. If you can look where they have done very well. Can you pick up the World Cup for the World Cup, please. That is the World Cup. I'm not going to talk much about that. I want to talk about the man that is Lincoln from Transmara and Geoffrey Gekoni. Gekoni finished fourth in the world. Lincoln finished first. You can see that is a Kenyan. And then you come to the ladies. It's good. It is interesting to know that what you are doing for the whole country and you are doing for the whole world. Ladies, Joyce Muthoni Njeru is a world champion. They earn very good money after that World Cup is 10 races. Then we have Purity Kachuchu Gitonga. And then number 3 in that order, still from Kenya, Ruth Mwirigi. She's retiring. The champion now is being taken over by Gitonga, and we're very happy about it that we are at least recovering. And now we are moving. Before I proceed to the logistics, registration, where you have helped us, can you kindly allow me to project how people run in Europe? 1 second. Europe. The small, Europe. Before we introduce the champion 2020. That one, I want you to look at what Kenyans do best when they're in Europe, if it can allow us, so that our sponsors can move in. It will take 1 minute. That is your lady from Meru County, and that is Gekoni. Piga makofi tafadhali. That is the mountain running now. There's a Kenyan man now coming up. And he wins. And the Purity wins. That is your girl. That is the development we are embarking on as Athletics Kenya and as a country. We are moving ahead. Our challenges are Uganda. Uganda is still ahead, but with the blessings and the guidance of Your Excellency, we are moving very fast. But before I could even put in some of the figures, allow me to call now the champion of 2020 and the one you have seen on screen, Purity Gitonga. But we love calling her Purity. Come and say hi and say whether you are going to run this one.
His Excellency the Governor of Meru, Honorable Kirito Muronge, Her Excellency the First Lady, Priscilla Muronge, His Excellency the Deputy Governor Titus Ntuchio, our special guest, Peter Kenneth, Kemu Vice Councillor Professor Gichoya, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Purity Gitonga. I come from Meru County. I am a professional athlete. I participated in mountain run in Meru 2 years ago, where I was winning the senior 12-kilometer women. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Governor for bringing athletics in Meru. Thank you so much, Mr. Governor. It was well organized race. The athletes was happy. We got our prize money in time, and we really do appreciate the athletes was happy to participate to the race, and they are really looking forward to come again next year, next month, 26th. Our governor, I would like and I would love to see athletic sports growing in Meru. and our young athletes trying out our sport like mountain running. And at the moment, me and my twin sister Karen Gitonga, we have found around 15 athletes from Meru, because at the moment we was just me and my twin sister, but we decided to find some other athletes and trying to show them about the sport, about running, but we have found around 15 athletes from Meru now. We would really like, and I would really kindly ask the government of Meru to help us athletes to fulfill our goals, our dreams, by building a training camp in Meru, so that Meru will be the next home of champions. I'm so sure we can do this. We can also run. Meru people, we can also run. Trust me, we can run also. So, Mr. Governor, I hope you will organize the training camp for us athletes. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. And thank you for the invitation, Mr. Kenya. I'm really happy. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone. And I hope you will be to the Meru on 26th so that you can watch us running. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We also trained them how to appear before the press, the media, and everybody. That's what Thomas and his team is doing. We are very happy that it's a great improvement, and we are moving. Now we are moving to Your Excellency. We want to thank you very much for reducing the registration. I've moved straight to the registration as we are going to show you the route or to project the route. We want to announce here today, as people in charge of logistics, Athletics Kenya would ensure that this race takes off and it would complete its meaningful course, which we have already done. Your Excellency, thank you very much that you reduced the registration fee, your committee and your government, from 2,500 to 1,000. And that one to PM Makofi. That is for senior men and the senior women. Then, to move on, the junior men and women from all over Kenya, they will also pay only 500 shillings to participate, but they will still get some voucher to go back home with, buy books. As juniors, you know, in athletics, Kenya, they say anybody under 20 cannot be paid, but we usually give them voucher. Even if the little token we give them, it goes back into establishing them education-wise and others. I want to be very categorical that the county government of Meru has also indicated that they would extend a hand to the junior girls and junior boys, or junior men and junior women, as we refer them, during that competition, and we urge that they register in big numbers. The senior men and women, thank you, Your Excellency, and your government, that you maintained the price of winner number one to remain 500,000. So Purity, the price still is the same as the one you want, but there is still this competition from all over the country and from other parts of the world, because Thomas is here, and we would be paying up to position 10 for the senior men and the women. For the junior men and the women, we will also be paying up to 10, giving but a slightly little money, but the first boy home or first junior man home or woman would go home with 20,000. I've decided to mention the position ones, both men and women. You can see how kind the county government of Meru is, that position one woman, 500,000. Position one men, 500. That's 1 million already gone. And then we go down up to number 10 as we, courtesy of the county government of Meru, and our beloved sponsors would come in to caution us so that we make the race rich. We will be using the Baybill right from here. I've already mentioned those categories And that's why I want to say that those who want to register even now, the one I proposed to be the chairman of Kenya Football Federation, I was his proposer, Peter Kennedy. He would be the one holding the gun. He's here. It is me who proposed him to be the chairman of Kenya Football Federation that time. Remember, we are very close friends, and we requested him to be the starter. He may not run, but he will be starting. He will be holding the gun. He's a close friend of mine. So the 2 kilometers, we know, Governor, you know, the other time is you took the cup, and Yang Yong took silver, you took gold. I don't know who took the bronze, but I know the first lady might have taken the bronze. So this time, to be like that. Thank you, Mr. Mwangi, for having carved in that one. We have changed logistically. The race has really improved, and I would request that if it can be projected, that is my last part, if it can be projected so that that route, you can see it, it has been completed, and we will give it in soft copy to the media if they wanted to use it. And then I can see the co-chair is saying that these 2 kilometers this time, she has really trained. Yes. Felicity this time. Okay. Do you register outside? Have you gotten that one? The one I want you to see the new route. But as they are projecting, I want to take this opportunity to say that it is not easy to organize a race of this magnitude. We want to thank the government, Your Excellency. We would put in all our effort. We are putting a new team who would help you, the ones I've introduced here, and many other more people would give us support, and would ensure that with the leadership of Mr. Kinyo as the chair and the co-chair Felicity and the whole team who were introduced here as the organizing committee, we deliver the event, be assured. I know this, you will deliver this event and it will even be bigger. Now we look at that one. You can see we have put it even from 1 kilometer going up 2, 3, 4, 5. If you people can read, that is now that is the route. It is going to curve. It is going to be slightly longer, and it's a loop of 13 kilometers, some few meters. The juniors would cover 8 kilometers. That's how it is. It is according to Thomas, who competed in mountain running and who organizes a lot of mountain running in Europe. He has said this is one of the best routes he has seen in the world. And he's here, he can bear me witness. So to Mupigie Makovi, that is what it is. We have put it in the machine. He looked at it, we have produced it, it can now be used. And that is the route, all of you can see it. And with those fuel marks, other things we can do them offline due to the fact of time. That lengthy speech and everything, I want to apologize, but I want to thank you very much for listening to me.
do not tell you is that we are fully compliant to the anti-doping standards, and we are rated among the top in the world. So we gave a coffee for that. We also want to appreciate the support from the Ministry of Sports, who are present and who are with us. Well, of course, give a coffee for that. Now, allow me to request Madam Felicity to take us through the next stage. Thank you, Felicity. Makofi for that.
Thank you very much. I think let's clap for Purity. You know, I was just remembering my Rotary security question is, who's my favorite athlete? I wrote Serena Williams. Now I'm going to change it to Purity Gitonga. And Purity, thank you. You're so eloquent and a real star. We admire you. You know, we always say that you can be the best marketers for Kenya and for Meru County. So I think now we are going to tell you the things to be talking about Meru County when you win, as well as Kenya, our beloved country. But at least we are happy you're not saying, I run, I chase, I run. So thank you so, so much. Congratulations again, Purity. We are excited that you're coming on 26th of February. It makes the run all the better. That what a beautiful coincidence it is that the mountain run, the winner is from Meru County. Thank you very much. The next stage, we are going to recognize some of our sponsors. We cannot go without hearing from them. And I'm going to ask Kemu VC, Professor Gishoya, to come and just tell us a word. It's not fair that I know it's technical, but still there is the charity part of it, and it will not be possible. Karibu.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Governor, Kiraito Murugi, Your Excellency, the First Lady, our special guests, the Deputy Governor, distinguished guests, all protocols observed. Good morning. Happy New Year. Yeah, it's good that the second edition is starting on very early in the year, which means that we'll be having a chance, some of us, to reduce the chapatis which we took a few weeks ago. Personally, I'm looking forward to that. And I think it is quite a good initiative, which was conceived by our governor, and it is going to benefit a lot. It is going to help our lives. And it is a win-win situation, because as you are contributing towards the projects which is planning to achieve, you're also going to win by making sure that you're also healthy. Like the way I've said that I'm also going to reduce the chapatis which I ate. I learned last year 12 kilometers. I thought it was 8, but I realized that I went through the whole course, and at the bottom I felt very good. Maybe it reminded me of when I used to cross several rivers and several valleys while going to primary school. But all the same, it was quite a good experience, and I can say it made me more fit. And I was very happy with my own body because of that. Now, the Kenya Methodist University has about, in Meru campus, we have about almost 4,000 students. And then apart from that, we have about 500 staff. Now, all those ones, especially the students, are very young people, and they would like to actually run so that they can exercise and all that. For the staff, of course, fitness is very important to keep away the doctors. So it is quite very important that us as a university, which is just part of Meru County, we partner with the county government, and we make sure that this one is going to achieve, or is going to be achieved. So we will be with the county during the planning, execution, and also participation during that one. So I will say that briefly, we will provide the runners. We will make sure that there will be quite a good contingent. Anybody who will go there, we will see a very large crowd. We will provide the runners, both students and staff. We also provide the ambulance. We will also provide a bus in case it will be required according to logistics. We also provide doctors. We have a very good school of medicine, we have nursing, we have those ones who are doing medicine, we have those ones who are doing pharmacy, and all those people in health sciences, and we'll make sure that they will be there at your disposal during that particular time so that people can be taken care of when they have problems. So we'll provide nurses and also doctors. Apart from that one, I can say that given that I've said, having participated and learned the whole course and I enjoyed, I look forward to meeting you, all of you here, and meeting many others while starting the conquering of the mountain, and after you conquer it, because I'm sure after you have gone around it, you are going to have conquered it. Thank you very much, and see you there. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much, Prof, for the commitment to continue partnering with the RAN. We just handpicked a few sponsors to just speak of their experience, and if they'd like to make a commitment, that's okay, or if they want us to follow up in the office, that's okay. So next, I call the Kenya Commercial Bank on behalf of the other sponsors to say a word. A big clap for KCB. Kenya Commercial Bank has partnered with Mary County in many ways. We recognize them, we appreciate them, and we hope that this partnership grows bigger.
His Excellency, the Governor, the Deputy Governor, Kenneth, Honorable Kenneth, all the guests, good morning. I think it's still morning. Yeah, mine, I'll be very brief. I think we've been partners with Meru County since inception of devolution. We've really engaged in various aspects, and we participated in our 2020 run, and it was really a success. And mine and from where I sit in KCB, we appreciate the partnership, and we'll continue supporting each other. And we received the invite for the next run, and we will be able to come on board and plan together, and we will participate. Thank you very much, and we wish you all well in your planning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, KCB. I now want to call our worthy media partner, Nation Media Group, to come and make a few remarks and share their experience. Okay, Nation Media Group representative, please. We look forward to the partnership for Nation Media. It was great.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, the Governor of Meru, Your Excellency, First Lady of Meru, Deputy Governor of Meru, Vice Chancellor, Kemu University, and special guest, Honorable Peter Kenneth, all invited guests, all protocols observed. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're very pleased to be here today. My name is Simon Badgray. I support the commercial department of Nation Media Group as a commercial manager. We had a fantastic time in Meru. Please don't miss out. In 2020, we had an interesting time on the mountains and running up there. We'll be very glad to be part of it this particular year. It's always fun being part of this particular event. Though it has happened once, the second time, we're looking forward to it. And we'll be more than just glad to cover it and to support it in every way possible. Maybe I'll invite my colleague here as well to add a comment or two. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Your Excellency, the Governor, Excellency, First Lady, Your Excellency, DG, Honorable Peter Kenneth, our friend in sports, and the people of Meru and Kenya at large. It was actually a very good experience being in Meru, and we were challenged, some of us, that we need to compete next time. So I'm appealing, Mr. Angwenyi, perhaps you could have a media division. Itusaidie kupunguza vitambi. It will be a good challenge for the media to also take part and practice what they preach. Your Excellency, it's very good to have Meru leading from the front because in Kenya, we need to learn about diversifying our sports offering. When we go to the Olympics, like we were last year, people say, wacha athletics ianze and the Olympics inaanza. That time we played rugby, we played volleyball. So we need to not rely on the marathon, 10,000 meters, 800, 15. Let's diversify, and it's good to see Purity winning the mountain running. It's a very good event to have in Kenya as a world championship, which should be your best, your next target, Mr. Angwenyi, to organize a world championship in Kenya. It will bring tourists. It will give our athletes an opportunity to shine. And let me also echo what the champion said. Honorable Governor, please consider their request for the training camp. Because we are seeing athletes suffering. They don't have training camps. The budgets that counties give for sports are paltry. County assemblies don't really discuss sports in, at length. And it's good to see Meru is leading from the front. This is a particularly volatile year in terms of politics. Sports will be the unifying factor. People are already on the campaign trail. But what unifies Kenyans is sport. Some of us were up late last night until 1 a.m., leaving the office about 1, watching a small country called Equatorial Guinea playing the giants of African football, the champions, Algeria. And Equatorial Guinea won 1-0, ending the biggest unbeaten run in world football. Algeria unbeaten for very many years. So that tells you about football. The president, Theodore Ngwema, has given 4 million Kenyan shillings equivalent to the players. It has united that small country of Equatorial Guinea sports. That is what the mountain running can do for Kenya in this volatile year. So we appeal to everybody to be there on 26th of February. We'll be there in a very big way as Nation Media Group, our television, radio, newspaper, online division. All of us will aggregate there. And Mr. Angwenyi, I'll start training so that I can be the first win of the media race. Thank you.
So let's celebrate Makori once more. For those of you who may not know, Makori is our managing editor for sports, celebrated, decorated many years of sporting in this particular country, over 25 years. So with that, I think from us as Nation Media Group, see you at the beautiful mountain on the 26th. God willing, we welcome every other person to come in and let's have fun and enjoy this run. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Nation Media. Now, the other thing as organizers that really pleasantly surprised us was the participation in terms of sponsorship from the homegrown corporates from Meru County. We had our senior business people in this country turn it up in large numbers with large checks, equivalent to some of the big companies in this country. We also had all the flower farms, all the horticultural farms participating, and that really, really encouraged us. So on behalf of, or rather in recognition of our homegrown corporates, I'd like to call Dr. Shadrach Mweti, the chairman of Debra International, to just give a word. And so that you can also know that Meru County has these big corporates that are shining in Kenya. Karibu Daktari.
Your Excellency, the Governor, the First Lady, all protocols observed. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of Debra Limited to thank the governor and the county officials for having organized the 2020 Mountain Land event, and to thank him more on the law the governor is doing as regards healthcare. As the CEO of Debra Limited, I would like to promise the county that we shall do our best to support anything that comes in healthcare. As you can see on page 10 of the booklet, we deal with medical equipment, and the company has promised that when you will be equipping the hospital, they will give free consultation on cancer treatment, and they wish that the county procures the latest technology on cancer treatment. Kenya, or the Kenyan government, is doing its best to have the best cancer treatment in the region. I'm aware they are procuring a cipher knife, an equipment that is only in Libya for cancer treatment. And we are committed to give them best. Now, I would like to commit Debra Limited that they will participate in the next Mountain Land. And Margaret, you can come to the office anytime, and we start with a commitment of 500,000 just to register today, and we are going to do more. And personally, I commit myself. I'll be learning the 12 kilometers. Last time I did 12 kilometers, I was telling Motungi we should get something for senior citizens because I'm 66. But when I had 76, I kept quiet, I gave up. So, thank you very much. We shall be there as individuals, and we are going to market that mountain land, and as a company, we shall be there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Daktari. We appreciate your participation and your commitment. For the sponsors, kindly, we want to close it there. We know there are many of you who have committed to double the check. We appreciate you, and we shall be coming to your office personally to discuss and to talk more on this. Like you heard when we were starting the meeting, we have several long-term objectives: environmental conservation and cancer. I would like Waziri Mainge of Tourism to just take 3 minutes to tell us what we have done to achieve environmental conservation based on our planning when we were starting the run. Is Mr. Mainge here? Okay, Asante. Waziri, come. I think maybe just the small background is that the bongo was disappearing from the Mount Kenya forest, and you can give us the details of that and anything else. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Felicity. Your Excellency, the Governor of Meru, Governor Kiraitu, the Deputy Governor, our First Lady, our special guest, Peter Kenneth, and all of you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Yes, it is good afternoon. I'm glad for this opportunity to speak a little about what is happening on Mount Kenya, especially in the area of tourism. One of the objectives of this activity was to open up the mountain for tourism, so that we are able to drive traffic up the mountain, and we stop relying on the two pillars of tourism in this country, that is the savannas or the safaris and the beaches. We are grateful that our governor was very, very visionary. And two things that we have done that are worth mentioning to this distinguished sitting is one, to open a route to Mount Kenya that you can actually drive up to about 13,500 feet above sea level to a place called Lake Ellis. Those that are adventurous, you can drive up there and enjoy that serenity. But I would advise that you drive there for the time being on a four-wheel drive. The governor has assured us that we will also be able to work on that road so that anybody, even in your border, even in your probox, even in your tuk-tuk, you can actually go to the mountain so that all of us can be able to enjoy that. Close to where the mountain run is going to be is another first for this country. This county is, the Meru County is doing a conservation exercise to conserve mountain bongo and black rhino. Now this is an activity that we are doing in conjunction with KFS and KWS and the local partners, that's the local CFAs. We have already registered a special purpose vehicle for that puts those organizations together. So as we speak, we are on course. We're going to have a sanctuary where mountain bongo will be brought. Actually, we are getting them from America because although Mount Kenya was their original home, they disappeared, but fortunately there was some people who got them and maintained them in America, and they're gracious enough now to bring them back. So in the course of this year, we're going to have the first mountain bongo and black rhino sanctuary in this Kenya, in this country, that is done by the county government and those few partners. So in terms of supporting this, or in terms of this exercise being very, very useful to popularize that tourism, we want to appreciate this, Your Excellency, and Madam Chair, and this organization. This is going to go a great way in promoting tourism. Thank you very much, and may the Lord God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Waziri. We must appreciate that we are happy when the executive is able to follow up on some of these things because the committee cannot be able to do it. We have to work in partnership, and this partnership is going well. So on that note, I want to invite the CEO of Meru Hospital to just quickly tell us, because Meru County has been flagged out as having a very high prevalency of cancer in the country, and I know a lot has been going on towards that, but it would be good to hear from the executive on the achievements so far. CEO of Meru Hospital.
Your Excellency, the Governor, Honorable Kiraito Murungi, Your Excellency, Madam Priscilla, our DG, Vice Chancellor, Kemu, and also our invited guest, Honorable Peter Kenneth, together with all our invited guests in this place. Good afternoon, and Happy New Year. Mine is brief, is to try connecting you with the actual work that goes in our facility in relation to the mountain lion. Mainly the objective to take care of cancer, and not only in the aspect of promotive, which is handled in the policy aspect and the various other aspects of public health, but also in regards to the preventive part of it, and also the actual curative. I just want to bring a few highlights based on the statistics or the facts which we have on ground. But before that, just a second or so, to highlight where we have come from and what has transitioned or metamorphosized as we went on or have been carrying on the work around cancer. Back around 2014, Your Excellency, we had a small group of people who thought or had seen quite a number of cases coming up in regards to cancer. And they got concerned and they decided to start a small clinic. There was a certain medical officer now in oncology training, Dr. Cheges, good I mentioned the name, with a certain pharmacist, Dr. Winnie, who was there, but left for KU or Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital in the cancer wing. And they were able to at least hold up and say they want to carry on with this great work in regards to what they could see in the clinical picture. And after that, we started getting a lot of interest from basically actually the county government coming in, the National Cancer Institute, the International Cancer Institute, AMLEF, KEMRI. Quite a number of partners started seeing the work that was going on and they started chipping in. Later on, we were even given a couple of things, including the chemo chairs that we usually have, given the first lot of drugs, and the chemo preparation sites were prepared. To attest is because there were a few men somewhere and women who stood in the gap and said, in our county of Meru, these cases, someone needs to start doing something about it. In KNH, actually in the national database, there had been recorded that out of all the patients they could see in Meru, these are known fact, in Kenya, Meru was coming in as the second, just to highlight that. And it also drew a lot of concern. So far, with all the interest and the lobbying through also our governor, His Excellency, we have seen quite a number of drastic changes for the good. First is to highlight the facts before then. The patient load we have seen, as per the statistics we have for last year, 2021, we had around 4,506 patients coming into our oncology clinic, with about revisits of those patients, 3,961, representing 88%, and new patients coming in as 545, that representing 12%. A monthly average of total patient load of 376, and new patients coming in also with an average monthly load of 45 patients. Those are grim statistics. It's not a very nice picture. We are not talking about Kenya, we are talking about Meru County, what you're seeing. The cases that we have been seeing mainly are ranging with the various top 10 cancers. Allow me quickly to just highlight. From breast cancer, that's the topmost, or number one, prostate, esophagus, cervical, stomach, liver, colon, rectum, the tongue, and the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's good to note these more of it mirrors what you're seeing in the national government. It's good also to note that this county not only serves the people around Meru. The clinic that has been developed is cutting across and is covering a number of counties, including now Tharaka Nithi. We are seeing patients from Tharaka Nithi, Laikipia, Marsabit, Isiolo, Embu, Samburu, and even Kirinyaga. That tells you we are cutting across a very big chunk of the Mount Kenya region that are preferring to come over for the services in this particular center or cancer center. It's good also to emphasize with the funds that go with all this, we're able to cut across a number of things. And a few highlights which I want to bring to your attention, His Excellency the Governor, is that through the enhancement of this center, which we are now strategizing it to be a center of excellence with various ancillary departments such as pharmacy, imaging, surgery, medical wings, and even the nutrition, we're able to see a quite good number of representation of staffing and Lysentry. We were trying to review our work, our staff establishment in that center. We have 2 oncologists, one locally and another one a Cuban doctor. We are already having 2 in training who should be coming in the next 2 years. We have a medical officer on site, 2 pharmacists who are already there in preparation of chemo, 1 clinical officer and another one coming in, 4 oncology nurses who were actually brought in lobbying through the county government, 2 palliative care nurses, 1 nutritionist, and 1 counselor. Good to highlight also, we learned through this cancer center is a Monday to Friday everyday clinic, but having also inpatient department that works along whenever they need to take care of their medications or further attention. Last but not least, it's good to note that out of the previous land, some money was allocated for us to relocate from the hospital to have a fully integrated center or a center of excellence, which is now a new cancer center, which has been worked on, and in the course of the year, we should be able to relocate to that site. We appreciate even the funding that is coming through the partners we are having, county government at large, and even the national government, which will be even mentioned to you as we carry on. Thank you even for the opportunity to give you these statistics, and even to appreciate the help that you are getting as you learn, because it's not just about the learning itself. We wanted to lab it on you so that you can know there is a load behind it. There is a purpose for this learning. Someone somewhere is going to benefit out of it all. God bless you so much for the effort. God bless you even for the giving and even for the support that we are getting along the way. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, CEO. Your Excellency, we are happy that the PPP model is working in Meru, both for the cancer and for the environmental conservation, because we had the Waziri saying that they are forming a special purpose vehicle that includes the community associations there so that they can be able to run this conservancy. CEO Raino Mabati, Andrew Muriungi, we appreciate your presence, and please clap for him. He has said that this time he is going to sponsor even if he has not been called to speak. Asante sana, we appreciate. And now, in Meru County, it's all hands on deck. Everybody is involved in matters cancer, environmental conservation. I now want to call the biggest ambassador for cancer in Meru County, Her Excellency, the First Lady of Meru County, Madam Priscilla Murungi. Give a big clap for her. And then, Priscilla, you'll invite the Deputy Governor for me, and you know the drill. Thank you very much.
Our Governor, Deputy Governor, our special guest, Peter Kenneth, Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, our very, very lovely sponsors. We value you so much. The organizers of this event, Athletics Kenya, we really want to appreciate you and want to appreciate your presence, including the media, for being here with us this morning or this afternoon. I just want to say I'm so proud of this event, because one of the things that people think when you talk about Meru, people say Meru is so far away. It's like the end of the world. Even when Kamaru was singing his songs, he used to talk of Androaya Nyuma Kinyete o Meru, because Meru is supposed to be very far. So we are happy that this event, through the media and through your sponsorship, is going to make Meru look near, because all of us will be there for that event and many, many more. I just want to thank you people for coming on board to support us, especially on this cancer story in Meru. You've heard from the doctor or from the head of the hospital. Before the mountain running came, just to give you a small background, among the
County First Ladies Association, CFLA, we came together and decided to start working on bringing cancer clinics in every county. In conjunction with Russia and Women for Cancer, we opened an Empower Clinic in Meru, a clinic which was meant to have people having cancer screening continuously. And one thing I must say is this was a great success, especially when now the mountain running came on board, because Meru was the second county after Kisumu to have the Empower Clinic opened. And now this Empower Clinic is actually going to be the cancer center. So we are so happy because you start something small and you see it growing. The whole purpose of this, I believe you know, is that we want to encourage people to talk about cancer. Because before, cancer has been a mystery. When people get sick, they hide. They don't go to the hospital. They start saying wamerogwa. But we want to encourage more and more people to go to be tested, because all of you know that cancer should not kill. If cancer is detected very early, it can easily be treated. So the purpose of this clinic is to ensure that people go to hospital for screening to detect early onset of cancer so that it can be fully treated. And I want to say we've been participating in a lot of mobilization, going to the villages to do screening, but also in this clinic, we have ensured that there is continuous screening so that you do not have to wait for us to come to your village for screening. You can have the screening done at any time at your convenience. And to make it even better, we removed it from the main hospital so that you do not go to queue there with people who are sick with many other diseases. You already walk into the cancer center and in a comfortable environment, have your test done, and you go home. And I want to say one of the biggest achievements that so far I feel we have done, sometime last year, we launched a laboratory equipment which is able to actually test cancer within Meru. They can get the sample, they can test the cancer and tell you at what stage you are in. I was told that before then, they used to take samples, send them to Aga Khan Hospital or Nairobi Hospital. It could take even a month or two before the results come back. And what that meant is that by the time the results come back, the cancer has already started spreading. Many people couldn't afford the money to bring the samples to Aga Khan Hospital or Nairobi Hospital. So we are being told there are so many samples in Meru Hospital which had never been conclusively assessed because of lack of money and because of the distances. So I want to say right now, you can actually have your test done and you get your results in under 2 weeks, which means they're able to capture this onset very, very early. And for me, that's a great achievement because there's no need of testing someone today who was probably stage 0 of cancer. By the time you're giving them the results, they're in stage 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Now, I just want to thank you because this center is going to grow into a very, very powerful center. Our aim through this project of mountain running is to ensure we don't just have a center, but we have a center which is well equipped, to have a center which has all the medicines that are required, because as you heard now, we can do chemo in Meru, and hopefully, even in the future, we can do radiotherapy. It is our hope, it is our wish, that with the support of the rest of the world, and the support of well-wishers like you people, we can have a special center. And as you have heard, this center is not just for Meru. This center is going to be for the entire region. And for that reason, I am just so happy that we are able to test cancer, we are able to treat cancer, and hopefully we keep on expanding and bringing more modern equipment. This will reduce the cost of treatment of cancer, because those of you who have under cancer patient, you know what a challenge it is, both for the cancer patient and the caregivers. If you have to keep bringing someone to Nairobi for the chemotherapy, which has to go so many cycles, you have to think of accommodation, you have to think of food, you have to think of the traveling, and sometimes someone is very weak. So, by developing this center in Meru, we ensure that you get treated, you go back to your home. Therefore, you don't have to come and sleep on the corridors of KNH waiting for treatment. Number two, one of the biggest problems that cancer patients used to have is the waiting time. Because Kenyatta is so overcrowded with cancer patients, so that you with cancer, you're given the next appointment next year. You never even make it to come for your next appointment. I can tell you, I have been visiting with these cancer patients in Meru Hospital. They are like a family. When you meet them, they are so warm. They feel so well catered for. Many of them actually have transferred their treatment from Kenyatta to Meru. And for that, I really feel good. And I want to thank the hospital, because the care you give to these people, it is a testimony. When you listen to them talking, they don't have oye no for themselves. They actually feel good and feel happy because of the care that they have been given. So I really don't want to talk so much, but I'm just trying to say, we want this center to be a state of the art, something we can look back and say, it started small with this mountain running, and now it has grown to be a very big institution, so that when we are not there, our history can be properly recorded. And I want to thank the governor for having this dream. Initially, it was looking like an impossible dream, but I just want to thank the team who are behind it, because they have made it a success. And I also want to tell you, those of you who have not been there, for me who has been there, that event is so enjoyable. People are saying even if we told them to come and run again the following month, after the first one, they would have come. So don't miss, because it's one of the most exciting events to be in. You are enjoying yourself, having fun, discovering your county, and at the same time, you are helping touch a life. And I want to stop there, and with that, I just want to say, I invite our Deputy Governor, you've changed, a small change. Okay, thank you so much. May God bless all of you. See you in Meru on 2016, on 26th of February.
Another clap for our First Lady, please. Another clap. Thank you very much, First Lady. You always make these things so exciting, so much fun for us, and give them a new twist. I think it's because she's a teacher, yeah? She's able to explain them so clearly. But maybe just also to tell the sponsors today and the people present today, we have something called Meru Hospice in Meru County, where the people who now have cancer that is beyond cure go for palliative care. And one of the requests that they brought to the mountain running committee was that they've been so hard up because of the COVID. They didn't have a way to finance their operations. And actually the mountain run, out of the money that you graciously gave the mountain run, they were able to give that hospice 1 million shillings. And they were very, very grateful. I now want to invite the Vice President of Athletics Kenya, Mr. Paul Mutui, to come and say jambo before we invite our Deputy Governor. Vice President of Athletics Kenya, Mr. Paul Mutui. Athletics Kenya are our main partners. You can see the way we have prominently positioned them here, because without Athletics Kenya, this mountain run cannot happen. And we truly appreciate Athletics Kenya for always standing up, for always availing yourselves to advisors. Karibu sana, Vice President, Mr. Paul Mutui.
Thank you very much, Madam. His Excellency, the Governor Meru, Her Excellency, the Madam who takes care of the big man, and the Honorable Kenneth, the DG, other dignitaries around, and the whole protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. I think I will ask for an excuse. We have stayed for so long and probably a little bit tired, the voice almost getting lost, but all the same, I think we are in right course. And at this juncture, as you have heard, I'm the Senior Vice President at Athletics Kenya, and at this juncture, representing our President, Lieutenant General retired Jackson Tuwei. He was going to be with us here today, but all of a sudden there appeared another very crucial kind of an exercise about sports in this country down at the coast, and he was forced to attend on to that meeting or conference, and therefore I'm here to represent the interests of the Federation, that's Athletics Kenya. I want to say a lot about what I would have gone through has been given by our able group that we have attached to the mountain running kind of arrangements all together within the country, led by Peter Angwenyi. Peter Angwenyi was here, and he has said quite a lot about what Athletics Kenya is so about with mountain running. But I would like to say that the event is recently introduced athletic kind of event in this country. If you are good at getting to know what Athletics Kenya is all about, you get to know that all we talk about mostly is the track and the field. Competitions about track and the field, that's people running on the track and others throwing and others jumping. But then now came up other disciplines in athletics, like now road racing where we have, say, running on the road like 15 kilometers, half marathon, and a full marathon, which is 42 kilometers. Then came again the cross country, where athletes run within terraces on open ground. And finally now, the mountain running. These are areas where athletes are supposed to compete. And in brief, what is all the competition about? The competitions, in most cases, would be for maybe keeping fit, but then now it has turned out to be a kind of profession, money-making kind of an undertaking. And that is why we as a federation, we have taken it up that every type of athletics or competitions must be introduced into this country. And therefore, this is why now we have the mountain running. And having gone that bit of it, I want to sincerely, on behalf of my president and Athletics Kenya, a fraternity, thank the Meru governor in that when this kind of a thought came into our federation, then we started getting to find out where are we going to exercise this part of athletics, and all of a sudden going round and round, then the Governor Meru accepted to host this kind of an event. So, Your Excellency, we are very thankful as a federation to have accepted that and started this kind of an athletics event. I would like now, again at this juncture, I want to say it has taken off And this mountain running this time in Meru actually will be the second this season in athletics. The first one was held at Nandi, Tinderet, and now we are going to Meru. But all the same, I would like to maintain that it is Meru where actually it is the mother of this kind of running we call mountain. And therefore now want to add that bit of it by saying we are going to have a world mountain running this year in Malaysia, where Peter and another one more, a person from Athletics Kenya will be representing us, and we are sending to go and ask that Kenya be given a world mountain running event, which we are sure we are going to get, and we will take it to Meru. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to appreciate about two people here. Wanakinywa right over there, Your Excellency. I know you know him very well as one of your, but then now, when we talk about Athletics Kenya, there is no way you can complete talking about how much it has assisted Kenyans in developing athletics without the name of Mr. Kinyua coming in. Because Mr. Kinyua handled finances, and you know an association must spend quite a lot of money. He took care of our money for more than 2 decades. Mr. Kinyua, asanteni sana. And maybe to end, because as I said much earlier, Peter Ngwen gave actually the details of exactly what Athletics Kenya is all about with the mountain running, because we have appointed him as a federation to head that department. I would like to say that Athletics Kenya is run bureaucratically, and where we will be going, or where Meru is situated when it comes to our running of activities, is in Eastern Region, AK Eastern Region, and the chairman for it is none other than Ansod Maragara. Can I ask him to come in front over here? Ansod Maragara. This is the chairman of Athletics Kenya in Eastern Region, and I'm requesting all the organizers of this event, Mr. Peter Ngweni, Madam, and the others who will be involved, please, you try to involve the chairman together with his executive, so that now they will be briefing us on exactly what will be happening. Asanteni sana. Otherwise, finally, there is one thing I would like to thank the Governor, Meru, when we are talking about the development of athletics in this country, and that is, there is this bit we are reading right over here, Meru County Government Sports Council. I want to say this is the only county within the country that has this kind of a body. And what now it means is that the governor, together with his kind of government right over there, is very serious in the development of athletics, and that would be happening, I believe, through this council right over here, which I also, if I am not wrong, do recall, like Mr. Kinyua could be the chairman of the council, a very able person. So, Your Excellency, we as a federation, we thank you very much for introducing this, and I think very soon we are going to propel the kind of idea so that the other counties can have such a council which will be taking care of the development of athletics in this country. Which means without or with a council like that one, what we as a federation we are trying to promote then will come through, and many of our talented athletes will be able to earn money out of the good work that will be done within the counties. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, this is the little bit I had. I want to thank everybody, and also the people who thought about this kind of a launch. We appreciate it as Athletics Kenya, and we are very thankful. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Vice President. Wanasema palipo wazee hapaharibiki. Inaonekana Athletics Kenya kweli. Hiyo ya wakina mama kuwa kwa Athletics Kenya, President Mutui tutakuja kuongea. So now, put your hands together for our able Deputy Governor, who is going to invite our Governor, Honorable Titus Doju. Hands together.
Thank you very much, Madam Felicity. Let's appreciate Felicity. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year. I'll be extremely brief because I know we've taken the whole of your morning. Let me begin by appreciating all of you for finding time really to be with us this morning and part of this afternoon as we launch the second edition of Mount Kenya Mountain Run. I want to say thank you very much to the inaugural sponsors of the 2020 edition. It was a great success. Were it not for your support, were it not for the resources that you gave us, that event would not have been successful and would not have been here today. I'm even more delighted because I'm seeing very many new faces. Faces that we didn't have in 2020. And I'm sure they are here not because they just came to listen to what we did in 2020. They are here because they're also coming to support us and to sponsor us. You can see our special, when I speak as a special friend like Peter Kenneth, Mheshimiwa Peter Kenneth, I see more resources. I see more money. So I'm very sure that the 2022 edition will be even better. I had our lady who is very much involved in, looking for sponsors, Margaret Gitonga. Maggie, thank you very much for the good work that you've been doing. I had you tell someone to double what they gave last time. Please don't give them any limit. They can even triple or even make it 4 or 5 times. Anyway, in short, let me say we are very grateful as a county for the support that you've continued to give us. I want to plead to our media people. Please let's emulate what the nation team has done. They gave us great support in 2020 edition. This is a high voltage here politically. I know we like reporting more about politics. We like talking more about what is happening. Oka, what is happening in Oka, what is happening in bottom up, what is happening in many other, those big political names. My plea and my request, please, if you can also be able to, someone said, sports unite Kenyans. If you can also be united by the Mount Kenya Mountain Run, through your support, through advertising and marketing, this run, we would really be very, very grateful as people of Meru. What is not communicated is not done. This run, as we've heard, is for a noble cause. Our people are suffering. Cancer is wreaking havoc in Meru County. Please help us market this run so that we can be able to support and lessen the burden that our people are having because of cancer in our county. With those few remarks, let me once again wish you the very best and hope to see all of you on 26th of February as we run in the mountain. Asanteni and God bless you. Now, it's my humble duty and pleasure to invite our governor who thought and dreamt about this. Let's appreciate our governor, please. Karibu, Governor. Asante.
Sorry, let's be seated. Can we also appreciate our Deputy Governor? Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Allow me to recognize our special guest for this event, Mheshimiwa Peter Kenneth. Can we welcome him with a round of applause? So our special guest, Honorable Peter Kenneth, the Deputy President of Athletic Kenya, Mr. Paul Mutui, the organizing committee of this event led by the chairman of Meru Sports Council, and Joseph Kenyua, and the co-chair, Felicity Biriri, the organizing committee, I will not mention all your names, distinguished sponsors who are here, and our elite runners. I recognize the lady who has made us very proud, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I want to be very brief because we invited you for breakfast now. Lunch has come, and I know Felicity is not ready to buy you lunch. We are here to launch the second edition of what we are calling the 2022 edition of the Mount Kenya Mountain Running Championship, which we host in Meru County. And describe my job as the Governor of Meru in 3 words: making Meru great. So I'm here to do my job of making Meru great. We had an event, I think on 19th of October, the Heroes Day, the day before the Heroes Day. And we recognized one of the heroes from this championship, who was Purity Kitonga, the lady who was here. And in Meru, we have a committee for honoring our heroes and heroines. So she was honored as one of the distinguished daughters of Meru, DDM. So when she writes her name, she'll have DDM after that. So I want to thank you for making Meru proud, for making Meru great. And we expect you and others to continue flying the flag, especially our young people, the way she has shown the way. Much has been said. I don't want to repeat, but allow me to most sincerely thank the sponsors for this event who supported us in the year 2020, led by the Kevian, Mr. Kimani Rugendo, that group, which supported us to a tune of 20 million plus, 10 million plus other, non-monetary support. Maybe we can appreciate them in a big way. The others we could mention, the Nation Group, KCB, Cooperative Bank, and others. So allow me not to go through the list, but we sincerely thank them, and we invite them again. When you're a partner, you're not a partner for one day. You continue. Sometimes we say till death puts us apart. So we are together. The universities too, Mount Kenya University, KEMU, and the polytechnics, they didn't give us a lot of support, and I'm happy to see them here. Allow me now, as the Governor of Meru, also to invite you for the second mountain run on 26th of February. This is next month. Last time I made a mistake of consulting my wife, who told me I do the 2 kilometers. Now I'll consult with the architect, James Kimathi, and see whether I can increase the number of kilometers that I'm going to do. As you've been told, there are some key objectives that we achieve through the mountain running. The one first being the fight against cancer, which the First Lady and the director of the Meru Level 5 Hospital have talked at length, and I don't want to repeat. What I want to say is that it's not just about money. What the race did was raise visibility of the fight against cancer in Meru. And as a result of the publicity that we got, the national government allocated 300 million Kenya shillings to support the Cancer Institute in Meru. And not only that, we were fast-tracked. You remember when the President Uhuru Kenyatta went to London to look for investors, one of the key projects he mentioned in London was support for the Meru Cancer Institute. And because of that, we were put in very, very high ranking under the Treasury's PPP program. And we have been allocated, they are looking for people actually to put up the institute. We have been allocated 2.7 billion Kenya shillings to put a very modern cancer facility in Meru. So because of the publicity we got, because of the visibility, all these things have happened. So that is invisible, but it's very, very important for us. So I think we should continue having the high visibility, and I want to thank the media because of you, who made the Kenyans know that there was a race like this. So continue being our partners. We really appreciate that. 2, the other objective was environmental conservation. As we've been told, mountain bongo are very beautiful animals, but they are facing extinction, within the mountain because they survive and operate in the Muarad, high up in the mountains. But some Americans, for one reason or another, came and took some of these animals some years back and took them to Florida, in the US. Now they are multiplied in Florida, but they have disappeared in Mount Kenya. So because we are doing that partnership with the Rawa Conservancy, the Rawa Conservancy has been able to mobilize 200 million Kenya shillings to be able to assist us to put up that black rhino and Ambongo sanctuary within this same area where we run, near the Kenya School of Adventure. So I want to appreciate the efforts of Mike Watson, the CEO of Rawa Conservancy, who has taken a very keen interest in driving this process in a partnership with us and the local community. The KNWS, KFS have allocated about 8 acres of land which are going to be fenced so that these animals don't disappear, and they are protected within that area. It will also be, for us, a site for people to go and see. And therefore, in the process, we will be promoting mountain tourism. The 2020 edition attracted 9 European ambassadors. 9 European ambassadors came to run in this race in 2020, and there was also a team from the UN. We expect more international participants in this race, but also we want to encourage local participants as well. I got James Kimathi to speak here so that people don't say they are too old. Please come. If you are able to do the 12 kilometers, very good. There is 80 kilometers, there is 2 kilometers. And there are those others who might not want to run at all, but we need spectators. We need people to cheer others, who will be running. Last year, a lot of young men came in the evening after the race because we had the mountain disco at the Kenya School of Adventure. And it went on until morning. They put bonfires, and I was seeing pictures the following day because I disappeared early. This year, Pasauti Risau was there. We have said we are going to have the mountain run dinner dance in Meru town after the race. So Felicity, make sure all those old songs we used to like are played that evening. So the corporates, the sponsors, that is your event that evening. So we hope to see as many as possible at the 3 Stars Hotel in Meru in the evening of 26. Now, I know my time is up. I don't want to talk a lot, but I want to especially thank our brother Peter Kenneth. He's a familiar face in Kenya because he said they assisted him to be the boss of KFF. So it is coincidental that he's your friend, but he's also my friend. I specifically invited him because I was looking for high-profile guests to come on 26th for our second edition. And Peter has kindly agreed to be our chief guest for the second edition on 26th. Peter is not among those who are climbing the mountain, but there are a lot of politicians who are competing in climbing the mountain. And someone get to Nyeri, then they say they have climbed. Others come to Meru town, they say they have climbed. But nobody has actually really gone up the mountain. So I'd like to advise them to consult with Peter Kenneth so that you can connect them with experts to show them how to climb the mountain, and we'd like to see them on 26. If James can run and he's 76, many of those are either his age or younger. So, Peter, tell our brothers, this is the day we want to test them, to see those who can make 12 kilometers or 80 kilometers. But I've also said, as the governor of Meru, we will allow people to come and run. We will allow the people to come and climb the mountain. But we shall never allow anybody to own the mountain. Because even those who go to do skiing in the Alps in Switzerland, they go there during winter, they ski, then they go back to their homes. They don't claim to own the Swiss Alps. So even here, please come and run, come and climb, but never say that you own Mount Kenya. You just come to enjoy yourself. Otherwise, the mountain has its owners. The people who live there, people who have been there for years. So with those few remarks now, please let's be upstanding and we invite our chief guests, special guest for today, chief guest on 26th, Mheshimiwa Peter Kenneth, and we clap until he gets to where I am.
You may sit, please. His Excellency the Governor of Meru County, Governor Kiraito, Her Excellency the First Lady, Mrs. Kiraito, the Deputy Governor, Vice Chancellor, the AK hierarchy, and the organizing committee, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me first thank Governor Kiraitu for requesting and asking me to join you today for this occasion. As somebody said, it was supposed to be a morning occasion. It has extended. Therefore, we'll all try to be very brief, but it's a very started something in 1995 that culminated in me being the chairman of Kenya Football Federation in 1996. When I saw Elias Macaulay here, I didn't know he had gotten that big. Because when I knew him in 1996, he was smaller than me. But he was the architect bringing Reinhard Fabish back to Kenya as a coach of the national team. And we worked very closely. I've been to the top of Mount Kenya, not once, but twice. First time I climbed the mountain through the Chogoria route up to Minto Hut, Top Hut, with Lenana. And the second time through Namoro, Makindas, up again to Lenana. It's a very beautiful scene. Very, very beautiful scene. And for those who really want to take part in this mountain running from Meru, I think it's one of the most beautiful scenes in our country. Even that lake on top, you can imagine is where Prince William decided to propose to his now wife. That tells you how much he searched the whole world and gave to Meru. Should tell you how much it's beautiful and how interesting it is. When I see mountain running and I see the support that AK is giving, I can't help but say thank you. Because when I was a member of parliament, we started with you in the Kaine half marathon. And you remember, the first winner of the Kaine half marathon was Wanjiru, Samuel Wanjiru. And he ended up becoming a world champion, emulating the great Douglas Waikihori. So in these things that we organize at smaller areas, not just at the stadiums of the city, we can indeed produce champions. And we have seen a lady who went on to win at a greater race elsewhere. So I want to thank AK for taking interest and encourage you to continue going to other counties as well so that we can develop talent. Because running and sports can also create huge employment opportunities for people who are dedicated to them. Part of the things that I had here, and Her Excellency was very passionate about, which are very noble causes. The first one is cancer. It is a lifestyle disease and how to fight cancer. And she was very elaborate. And I think there is no better way of fighting cancer than uplifting the standards of our medical facilities so that we have prompt recognition of the stages of the disease. And one of the best ways I can tell you is to uplift medical facilities. Again, in my time as a member of parliament, our cash crop was not Mera, but was music. So we used to host Katanga night at Carnival to raise money for medical facilities, just to uplift the standard of medical facilities. And yes, Her Excellency, I know you did say many people considered Meru was far.
I grew up, when any district was being described, people would say Karemeru, because it was far. But I also want to acknowledge that working for President Kibaki and seeing what your governor was doing then as minister, working with Ambassador Muthaura, Engineer Mwongera, and later P.S. Kirinya, those 4 gentlemen did great work to open the great county of Meru in terms of infrastructure, and it will forever be remembered that, Governor, you are part of that great team that opened up the infrastructure in Meru. Therefore, this occasion, which means not only raising money, but creating awareness for the disease of cancer, will be a very important occasion. I cannot say much. I cannot overemphasize on the environment. I heard what the minister said. Yes, it will be very good to do tourism. I know how beautiful it is. But please also take care of those who might want to go up there and do some elephant hunting, so that we don't get poachers up the mountain, in as much as we protect the environment, make sure the animals are well protected. Having said that, Governor, I will talk to my daughter where she works, so that she can also, at Mayfair Insurance, enroll as a sponsor this year and start off with 500,000. Finally, let me say this. Yes, I've accepted that the guests will come, and I will look for other guests as the governor has requested me. I was very encouraged as I finished to see architect James Matthew here, having finished the 12-kilometer race up the mountain, and realizing that some of our leaders are also his age mates. So I'll be asking one of his age mates to try and come to Meru and climb the mountain. Because I also know he exercises a lot, and I will ask him, I will ask Governor also to talk to Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, who is in that age. So you can see Papa can also run that 12 kilometers and then say, yes, he has climbed the mountain. And I agree with what Governor is saying. The mountain belongs to us. But we want people to climb the mountain and see the beauty and tell us that we are the mountain top. Thank you very much for having invited me. And yes, we work with Governor Kiraito to see that this function is a success. And wherever we can put in some good words, I know EAPL sponsored last time, and I will talk to whoever is organizing the event so that we can enhance the sponsorship at EAPL. Thank you very much.
I like to invite his friend Paul from Advocate Kenya. Also, come to the elite runners, take a picture with our guests. These are the ones who vote a lot of money last time. So,
Please, if you can wave at us, just to be happy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Hello, before the governor sit down, hello. I would like to ask the committee organizing Mountain Run 2022 please to come and take our photos at the movement and do prayers and then we move this. The committee, yes, after this one. After there it is. Organizing committee, please. Chairman Kenya, Tracy, and the team.